वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। Hare Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastate Takta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishakanu Suti Devi Pranamami Haripriye Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna everyone. Welcome to the occasion of Shivas Pandit's appearance day. It's a very special, as I said, it's a birthday of a very senior and prominent Vaishnava for us. And he is one of Panchatattva. Panchatattva is Mahaprabhu, where he comes with four personalities of Nityananda Prabhu, Gadadhar Pandit, Advaita Acharya, and Srivas Pandit. So we have the photo here today, especially of Panchatattva from Mayapur, where Mahaprabhu was born, and Srivas Pandit. We have a small garden around him. He is in the rightmost position with folded arms. So we'll be speaking about him today to know a little more about him and to glorify him. Yeah. As I said, he's one of the Panchatattva. So Panchatattva, we have three tattvas, Vishnu Tattva, Shakti Tattva, and Jiva Tattva. And Mahaprabhu, then Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita Acharya, they are part of the Vishnu Tattva. Gadadhar Pandit is the Shakti Tattva, and the Jiva Tattva is represented by Srivas Pandit. So Srivas Pandit and Srivas Thakur, they are both the same person. His name is Srivas, and because we can address him both as Pandit or Thakur. So whenever we say Srivas Pandit or Srivas Thakur, we mean the same person here. We will recite a verse from Chaitanya Charitamrita to speak about Srivas Thakur here. I took something out, but if you have your phone, maybe you can take it out also. It's from Antya Leela 8.5. If anybody needs, you can take some paper also. And as Jahnava Mataji says, that before we recite something from Chaitanya's Charitamrita or sing about it, we also do this pranam mantra. So we will sing this 3 times, and then we will sing the actual verse that I am speaking about. So we say, Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda
Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda
Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta
Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta
Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda
Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda
Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda
Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda
Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Yes. In your phones from Antya Leela 8.5. Antya Leela 8.5. Okay, so we'll sing this 3 times. One by I can sing first. Jaya Jaya Srivasadi Yata Bhakta Gana Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Yandra Pranadhana Jaya
Jaya Shiva Sadi Yata Bhakta Gana Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu
Jaya Jaya Srivasadi Yata Bhakta Gana Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Yandra Pranadhana
Jaya Jaya Shiva Sati Yata Bhakta Gana Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Yanda
Jaya Jaya Shri Vasadi Yata Bhakta Gana Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Yandra Pranadhana
Jaya Jaya Shiva Sati Yata Bhakta Gana Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Yanda
Does anybody want to recite? Otherwise, we'll take the translation.
Jaya Jaya Srivashadi Yata Bhakta Gana Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Yadav Jaya Jaya Srivasati Yata Bhakta Gana Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Yadav
Okay, anybody else?
Jaya Jaya Shri Vasadi Yata Bhakta Gana Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Yandra Pranadhana
Jaya Jaya Srivasati Yata Bhakta Gana Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Yanda
Okay, then you can say after me. Sorry, I don't have it printed in the paper. Jaya Jaya, all glories.
Jaya Jaya
Shivas Adi, headed by Srivas Thakur. Yata Bhaktagana, to all the devotees. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu
Yandra, who is Pranadhana, life and soul. The translation says, all glories to all devotees headed by Srivas Thakur. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is their life and soul. So here in Chaitanya Charitamrita it is mentioned about Srivas Pandit that the devotees are headed by Srivas Thakur. So how important his position is, and even in the mantra that we sang before, in the Panchatattva mantra where we say Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivas Adi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. There we finish by saying that Srivas Adi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. That means Srivas Pandit is in the foremost position and all the Bhaktagan together is in queue behind him. So we should try to follow him and be Srivasa's followers, who is very close to Mahaprabhu. And he is no ordinary devotee. He has a very special position. He's like the engine, and we are trying to go behind him in the same force. So we will take three aspects from his life today and try to understand him and his position in the Sankirtan movement. The first thing we will discuss is Srivas Thakur as an eternal associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The second thing we will take is that Srivas Thakur's dedication or devotion to Krishna. And then third point we will take is Srivas Angan, that is the birthplace of Sankirtan movement. So we will try to establish Srivas Thakur in these three forms today. The first point, as I said, we will take is Srivas Thakur is an eternal associate of Mahaprabhu. So who is Srivas Thakur? And we'll talk about his appearance and then what is his original form or position. And Srivas Thakur, he came to earth before Mahaprabhu. It was around 50 years before. So he is elder to Mahaprabhu, almost like his father or elder. And so he was born in Silhat in present-day Bangladesh. where many other devotees were also born, and we have many other special places of Puri Sampradaya. And later on, he moved to Navadvip, Mayapur. So Shiva Sangan is very close to where Mahaprabhu was born, his house, and he was there when Mahaprabhu was born and in upbringing Mahaprabhu. And his father's name was Jalandhar Pandit, and he had 4 brothers, Srivas Pandit, Sri Ram Pandit, Sripati Pandit, and Srinidhi Pandit. His wife's name was Malini, and he had a niece whose name was Narayani. And Narayani, she used to take remnants from Mahaprabhu, and it was so special that she got this child, whom we know later as Vrindavan Das Thakur, who is the author of Srimad Chaitanya Bhagavat. So the family is so special. They have like special brothers and wife and niece and the children there. So we will know their position also a little bit, who they were originally. So it is said that everyone from Krishna Leela, their personality is in Chaitanya Leela, also they came in Gaur Leela and vice versa. So Mahaprabhu, he is Krishna in the mood of Radharani. Nityananda Prabhu, he is Balaram. Gadadhar Pandit, he is Radharani himself. Advaita Acharya is Mahavishnu, and Srivas Pandit is an incarnation of Narad Muni, he said. So there is also reference in Srimad Chaitanya Charitamrita about it, that which mentions that Srivas Pandit is Narad Muni. I can read the verse and the translation and purport, just the portion that is important to show that he is an eternal associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as Narad Muni. So it says, Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela 10.8, Srivas Pandit Ara Shri Rama Pandit, Dui Bhai Dui Sakha Jagate Vidita. Translation is, the 2 brothers, Srivas Pandit and Sri Rama Pandit, started 2 branches that were well known in the world. The purport is, in the Gaura Ganodesha Dipika 90, Srivas Pandit or Srivas Thakur is described as an incarnation of Narad Muni, and Sri Ram Pandit, his younger brother, is said to be an incarnation of Parvata Muni, a great friend of Narad Muni. So from this verse, it is established that he was Narad Muni and that his brother was Parvati Muni, and also there were other family members, which is little more given in the purport if we read, like his wife was Ambika from Krishna Leela, and so on. So everyone, all the associates of Krishna came also in Gaur Leela, and this is their sort of for like different forms. And Narad Muni, he's not special. He's so special. He's not an ordinary devotee. He is the son of Brahma, and he is a great spiritual teacher for many devotees he have guided, like Prahlad Maharaj or Dhruva Maharaj. He has given important instructions. In Srimad Bhagavatam also there is this discussions between Vyasadeva and Narad Muni, and there he has given many slokas where it is the Krishna consciousnesses. So he says that we should put more time and energy in focusing in loving devotional service, because the material body, we have our destined sorrows and joy. We don't have to work hard. Sometimes we get sorrow uninvited, or we get happiness without working towards it. So it comes and goes. Even if we strive, some things we don't get. Even without striving, some things we get. So he said, better not to put so much time into all these things and use this human form of life to focus more on Krishna consciousness in bhakti yoga. But even though he gave this such an important instruction in Srimad Bhagavatam, which is like so valuable, like 24 karat gold, but he thought that not many people were able to follow it. So what does a teacher do? Generally, he tries to teach the children something, and then the students, if they don't get it, he tries to explain it again. But if the student don't get it, then the teacher has to demonstrate something. He gives some practical examples or gives some demonstration, shows it so that the students can understand better. So that's what Narad Muni did. He thought, okay, if the people are not able to understand from the scriptures, he came down as Srivas Thakur, Srivas Pandit, to demonstrate this how a devotee's life should be, so that we can follow him, we can understand better how to lead our life. And he is the Bhakta Avatara in this case. So for us, it's very important to know about him and to follow his footsteps. So this point was mostly to establish him as an eternal associate of Mahaprabhu. The second point, as I said, I wanted to emphasize was Srivas Thakur, his dependence on Krishna. Once Mahaprabhu playfully asked, Srivas, why are you not going out much to for your family? Like, how do you maintain your family? Maybe it's not enough. You should do more. You're spending so much time on Kirtan, Sankirtan, and in the devotional life. But how do you maintain them? And Srivas Pandit, he just clapped his hands 3 times, like 1, 2, 3. And then Mahaprabhu said, what is this 1, 2, 3? I'm not joking. Like, are you clapping at me? Like, what is the meaning? Then he was asking again. And then Srivas Pandit, he claps his hands again. He says, 1, 2, 3. He says 1 means one day I don't get much maintenance. If I don't have enough food, even if my family goes through hardship, we will survive if we have faith on Krishna. And he says 2, second day, it might happen again. And then we try to have our faith. And even if we don't get enough, we will survive. And she said 3, third day. Third day, we might have to go and drown ourselves in Ganges if it happens and if we don't get food. But it has never happened so far in our life. So he's maintaining all of us. And he mentioned about this slok in Bhagavad Gita that says 9.22. But those who always worship me with exclusive devotion, meditating on my transcendental form, to them I carry what they lack, and I preserve what they have. And Mahaprabhu was very impressed by his answer, like so much of faith on Krishna, his dependence on Krishna, that he gave him a boon that I'm so happy with you, Srivas, like the answer that you gave and your faith on me, that he said that going forward, your family will never go through hunger, and you will always have enough in your house. And all your family members, even cats and dogs who come to your family, they will get devotion. So he was so special that all of his family, even the animals in his family, got this boon that they will get devotion and they will never go in hunger. They will always have enough. He said, even if Lakshmi Devi, if she has to go out and back, but your family, you will always have enough. So that is his dependence on Lord Krishna, his love that was reciprocated back by the Lord. And the third point I wanted to mention is about Srivas Angan, the birthplace of Sankirtan movement. So every evening, every night, there was Sankirtan at Srivas Angan, that is Srivas' house. For those of us has been in Mayapur, we have maybe been to Srivas Angan. It's a very quiet and nice place surrounded by wall and garden and a small courtyard where Sankirtan took place there. And I think it only makes sense because he is, as we established, his Narad Muni himself, who does so much of Sankirtan all throughout the different worlds and universes, going around with his Veena and doing so much Kirtan. That's the birthplace, that's the seat. And now it's all over the world that all of us are doing Sankirtan, but this is where it started. And the place is also known as Khol Bhanga Dangva. That is one of the pastime also that I think we saw in Gaur Purnima last time, related to it about Chandkazi. So Khol means like a mridanga, it's called Khol. So when they were doing so much Sankirtan every day, every evening, that some of the neighbors used to complain that behind door so much of kirtan is going on, and some of the villagers were not happy. So they went and complained to the local magistrate, that time Chankaji, and then Chankaji had to take action because everyone was complaining that this Sankirtan, it's disturbing us, or what is going on? Like, they didn't like it so much. So he came and he broke the mridanga with his stick, Chankaji. And that broken mridanga you can still see in Shiva Sangan. So that is one reason why it's also called Holbhangadanga. And how did the Sankirtan start in the Shivasa's house is Nimai Pandit, when he was a young boy, he was very scholarly, and he was very good in debates, and he could defeat big scholars at that time. And then one day he was coming back from the Ganges to his house, and he met Srivas Pandit. And Srivas Pandit said, "Oh, it's so nice that you're so scholarly, you know so much from the Vedas." But he said, "It's not enough, until you have this bhakti yoga, until you are practicing Krishna consciousness, until you're preaching that to the people, it's not enough with your scholarly, it's useless if you don't add that to your scholarly qualities." Then Mahaprabhu said, yeah, maybe when time comes, I do that. Right now, I'm doing the scholarship part, but maybe I get initiated in future because now I got blessings from you, and you're such a big devotee. Like that, they were playfully talking because he's Krishna himself. But still, he said that Srivas Pandit was so special that his blessings might give him that opportunity. And soon after that, the Mahaprabhu's father, Jagannath Mishra, passed away, and he went to Gaya. He has met in his childhood at his home, but this time it was different because he was a little bigger. And he was like 17 or 18 years old. And this place, Gaya in India, many people go there to perform the last rites of our parents. We do something like either you can put the ashes in Ganges, or we offer prasadam to the departed soul called as pita. So Mahaprabhu went to do that because at that time he was still a grihastha. He was like 17 or 18 years old. He was young, but he was not a sannyas then. Otherwise, sannyas, maybe they don't need to do it. So when he met Ishwar Puri there, he said, "I have this desire to get initiated from you. I know your Gurudev and like the Sampradaya order, I want to get initiated." And then Ishwar Puri said, "What are you saying? You're such a scholarly person. You don't need initiation from me. I am nobody. Like, I don't have this qualification." Then Mahaprabhu said, "Don't cheat me. I know that you are such a higher devotee and that you can give me, but you are keeping it to yourself. Don't cheat me. If you don't give me initiation, then something very bad might happen personally." And then Ishwar Puri, after some time, he accepted. He said, "Okay," and he gave him initiation. And after initiation, you could see the difference. He was holding inside till that point. He was playing the lila of different things as a boy, but then once he got initiation, this Krishna Prema awakened inside of him. He was dancing and he was taking part in kirtans in Gaya, and around seeing the people around, he was little conscious sometimes, but otherwise, like, it was so much difference in him, he felt. And he wanted to go to Vrindavan, and he was running around saying, "I'm going to Vrindavan, I'm going to Vrindavan," and he was leaving to Vrindavan, when a voice came from the sky and it said, "No, it's not yet time for you to go to Vrindavan. First, you have to go back to Mayapur and start the Sankirtan movement. That is important." So he said, "Okay," and he went back to Mayapur. Mayapur is also Gupta Vrindavan, which is hidden Vrindavan. It's non-different from Vrindavan in a way. So when he came back to Mayapur, some people saw him and then they could see the difference between the Mahaprabhu who left and the Mahaprabhu who came back. And they were concerned because they thought, "Oh, he was such a star scholar of our village, like he knew so much. And look at him now, he's just dancing, sometimes crying, sometimes calling out for Krishna. Maybe something happened to him," and they were a little worried for him. So they wanted, and Mother Sachi said, "No, it's nothing like that, you don't worry." But Mahaprabhu, he could hear all these things. And when Srivas Pandit came to see him, then Mahaprabhu said, "You are elder to me, and you are such a senior Vaishnava. What do you think? I need your consultation." And Srivas Pandit said, "Okay, what happened?" And he said, "People are saying I am diseased. Do you think I am diseased? Do I have some problem?" Then Srivas Thakur said, "Okay, what are your symptoms?" Then he said, "Whenever I sing this Hare Krishna Mahamantra and take Krishna's name or take his darshan, I get these different ecstasies, different feelings, the 8 symptoms of Krishna Prema. Sometimes I'm crying, sometimes I'm fainted, sometimes my hair stands on ends, and then I don't know, I'm just not in control. Is something wrong with me?" Then Srivas Pandit said, "Yes, you have a disease. And I want that disease too." Then Mahaprabhu understood that he was making fun because nobody wants the disease that somebody else has. Then Srivas Pandit said, "It's Krishna Prema that you have. It's so special what you have that not ordinary man can understand. So if they're making fun of you, it's not that, but you are right. So you need to continue your devotional service or whatever you're going through. So I will arrange this for you. You come to my house, we will have it in closed doors, and I will invite some devotees, some close associates who can understand your position, who can understand Krishna Bhakti, what you're going through." That's how it started in his house, that they started Kirtan, and then some Kirtan went on every evening. There was so much ecstasy, there was so much Kirtan, and everybody was so much full of bliss. Not only that, there were so many other things that happened in Shiva Sangan, for which it is special that Mahaprabhu, he showed his four-armed form to Srivas Thakur. And then also the famous verse that we have, that Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama Kevalam, that was spoken by Mahaprabhu to Shuklambar Brahmachari. And also he showed the Nrsimha many other pastimes that took place in Shiva Sangha. But what I wanted to emphasize is that the Sankirtan movement that started there was so powerful. Then after Shankaji came, Mahaprabhu went out with 100,000 or 200 people to Shankaji's place, that so many people gradually got influenced and that they got to know about the Sankirtan and followed. And now we have it everywhere. Yeah, so this is very special place. And then there is a pastime that I wanted to speak about that also happened in Srivasa's place, Rasangan. So as usual, the Sankirtan movement was taking place, and like there was evening time, it was Kirtan going on, Mahaprabhu was dancing, and so many devotees came. But one unfortunate event happened in one evening, that Srivas Thakur's son, he passed away. And even though that happened, Srivas Thakur, he told the family in the next room that let's not get this news outside to Mahaprabhu. Let it not reach him, otherwise it will maybe disturb his mood and the Sankirtan today. So he wanted to keep it a secret, and he told the wife and the ladies in the house that please don't cry and try to keep it a secret for now somehow. And then Sankirtan was going on, and after 15-20 minutes, Mahaprabhu could feel the difference. There's something wrong today, he said. I'm not feeling that ecstasy. What is wrong? What is wrong? And nobody spoke. Then he said again, I am not feeling the ecstasy of the Kirtan today. What is happening? And then some devotees came and told him what has happened in the next room. And then Mahaprabhu went there and he said, Srivas, why didn't you tell me about it? And then Srivas Pandit said, I didn't want to disturb you. I just wanted to see you happy. It was so nice, the Sankirtan you were doing, and I didn't want to bother you. And Mahaprabhu didn't say anything, but he touched his son. And with his touch, the son came back to life. Because he's Krishna, he can do anything. And then Mahaprabhu asked the child, like, what happened to you? Why did you leave? Or like, what happened after that? And the child, he said that I had taken so many birth and death, and it happened so many lifetimes. But this lifetime, it was very special because when I died, it was in your presence. I got your darshan. I got to go to the higher planets. And I was so happy that this happened, because different lifetimes I have had different parents, but this lifetime it has been very special that I got them as my parents and I got your darshan. So I want to go back to the higher planets. And then everyone in the family, when they heard this, they were less burdened, and they were in fact happy for the child. Yeah. And then the child passed away again. And then everyone went for his last rite, including Mahaprabhu, who went there personally to perform his last rites. And he was so touched and conquered by Srivas Pandit's love. He said that, Srivasa, even though you lost a son today, from now onwards, me and Nityananda Prabhu, you get two sons, like both of us will be like your sons. So and Nityananda Prabhu, they were always there in Shivasangan, and they were like their sons, and serving the devotees and everything. So Srivas Pandit was very happy. So when Mahaprabhu took sannyas and he left, Srivas Thakur, he was very sad to live in Navadvip or Mayapur with all the memories and the exchanges that took place. So he moved to Kumarhata, but he continued his service and Sankirtan there, but he didn't live in Mayapur anymore. Anyways, he was very, very special that, Mahaprabhu gave so much of mercy to him, and that we should try to be his followers. And Mahaprabhu said that there will be 4 places where he will be present always. That is, one is Mother Sachi's house, and the second place is Nanda Prabhu dances. He said he will be there. The third place is Raghava Pandit's house. And 4th place, he said, especially in the Sankirtan, in Srivas Thakur's place. So in Shivasangan or wherever Srivas Thakur does Sankirtan. Yeah, I think we are up with time now, and then I will conclude the class. There's one more pastime, but I think we can finish now. Maybe some question answers and then.
Yeah, whatever you feel, Mata. We have time.
Sorry.
We have time for some more questions.
Yes, Mother, continue. Go on to the others.
I hope it doesn't become too many people and too many pastimes. But okay, then we take one more maybe. This is also a very famous pastime that many people must have heard about, Gopala Chapala. So Gopala Chapala, he was a devotee, not a Vaishnava, of Mother Durga or Kali, the Shakti Puja. And when the Sankirtan movement started behind closed doors, some of the devotees, as I said, were not very happy and what was happening, and they maybe thought they were not part of it. There were many reasons, and he decided that he will try to defame Srivas Pandit. And what he did is he bought some ingredients that he offered to Goddess Kali or Durga while doing her puja, and kept it outside his home at night. So the things that a Vaishnava generally doesn't use, so like alcohol, meat, and things like that, he kept outside his doorstep. So next morning when he came, Srivas Pandit, he opened the door and he saw that these ingredients were there outside his door. And then he was thinking, okay, what should I do? I think for a Vaishnava, for us, if something like this happens to us, our natural, I think instinct for me or somebody would be like, oh, who did this to me? And that I would like to get rid of it, like instantly, maybe just throw it somewhere and not let anybody see it, or like me doing it, or like taking it away. So if anybody sees it, they might misunderstand our position. And, it's not good. But what he did was he took it in a very different way, and he went and called the village panchayat, and I hear how they say, but the village head and the people of the village, and they said, come, see, this is my position actually, what I am. I'm not a pure devotee like you say. This is my original swarup. Now you see these things outside my house. he was so humble, and the way he took the situation, and he just accepted somebody did this to me, and he didn't try to fight back or defame the person who did this. And then the villagers understood, they knew him, so they thought, okay, whoever did this, we need to clean this up. And so they cleaned the place and they didn't take it out anymore. And it happened, like, it just stayed like that. But what happened to Gopala Chapal after that is he got leprosy from it. What he did was something very bad, and Srivas Pandit, he didn't take anything from it or he didn't defame him, but he got leprosy for many years. He was suffering in his bed. He just wanted to die or to get free from this condition. And yeah, he was suffering, and he asked Mahaprabhu, can you please cure me? Can you please help me? And Mahaprabhu, he is mercy personified. Like, this avatar he has taken to give mercy on all us fallen souls, the most fallen souls, whoever, whatever condition we are in. But he said no to Gopal Chapala. He said, no, I cannot give you mercy. You have offended a devotee. It's not up to me. So he didn't give him mercy. And few more years passed by. And later Mahaprabhu, when he took sannyasa, he came to Mayapur once. And then Gopala Chapala said, please have mercy on me. I cannot go on like this. And I want some relief, or I want to die. So please have mercy on me. And then Mahaprabhu said, if you want to get rid of this condition, I cannot help you, but whoever you have offended, you should go to him and forgiveness. So if there are 3-4 things you need to do. You need to go and ask Srivas for forgiveness. He needs to forgive you. Then you need to take a vow that you will never offend the devotee again. And fourthly, you go and take bath in the Ganges. Then Gopala Chapala, he was thinking what to do, and this news reached to the other villagers, and they went to Srivas Pandit and they said, Gopala Chapala, he is suffering, and you need to forgive him. Then Srivas Pandit said, what are you saying? I am like worse than a worm. I have no qualification. I'm not a devotee. I have not taken any offense. How can I forgive him? And then the devotee says, yeah, that's how you think, but Mahaprabhu doesn't see you like that. He sees you as a pure devotee, and then you have to forgive him. Then Srivas Pandit says, but they said, no, you just forgive him. Even if you don't believe you are a devotee, you forgive him, then he will be cured. Then Srivas Pandit said, yes, of course. And then Gopala Chapala came to him, and Srivas Pandit saw him, and he said, yes, of course, I forgive you. I was never didn't take any offense from this. And Gopala Chapala was so relieved. He was begging for forgiveness, and then he followed Mahaprabhu's instructions. So once he asked for forgiveness, he got forgiveness, and then he vowed to Mahaprabhu that he's not going to do any more offenses to devotees, and that he will become a devotee himself. And then he went and took a bath in the Ganges. So when the 4 things were done and he came back, Mahaprabhu hugged him, and the leprosy was gone. And then he became a very good devotee, and he was part of the Sankirtan movement as well. So this was position of Srivas Thakur. He was so special that Mahaprabhu loved him, of course, but even people around him, whoever was connected to him, Mahaprabhu even gave them special mercy. There was a tailor of Srivas Pandit. He didn't take so many maybe stitched clothes, but sometime, once in a while. And the tailor was not a devotee. He was not even into Vaishnavism or anything. He was a simple person, and he got darshan of Srivas Pandit just few times. And Mahaprabhu, he gave him mercy, and one day Mahaprabhu gave him darshan. Just getting that darshan, the tailor was jumping around. He said, there's this verse saying, Dekhilo, and what did I see today? What did I have today? Like the darshan of Mahaprabhu, it's so special that it changed his life. And he didn't do any austerity, he didn't do any harinam, nothing. So Mahaprabhu gave him so much mercy just because he served Srivas Thakur. Yeah. I just want to say that days like this, special occasions of appearance day of great devotees are very special. So we should take this opportunity to um, renew our resolution. It's like a new year for us, like whatever is gone is gone. Whatever we have done, maybe that from today we will try to do more, or we will start new in Krishna consciousness, to follow him, to be in Shiva's Adi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda, to be in that group, to be Shiva's follower, so that we get Mahaprabhu's blessings also. This human form of life is very rare, and by some good fortune, we are here, by Srila Prabhupada's mercy. Without him, we would not have known so much, and we would not have been here. We couldn't have understood any of this. So, yeah, I'm very much in debt to Srila Prabhupada, and I would like to offer my humble, respectful obeisances to Sri Panchatattva and Srila Prabhupada for this opportunity. Shri Srivas Pandit Ki Jai. Please forgive me if I made any mistake while presenting him. I have no qualification. It's only by mercy of Shishi Guru and Gauranga that I got to present, but I heard from great acharyas and senior Vaishnavas, and I hope I have many senior devotees here who can take the question and answers better than me. Yes, sir.
It's related to this pastime. Which are the four places Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told these days?
In Chaitanya Mata's house, his mother's house, that he said he'll come to take prasadam there. And then wherever Nityananda Prabhu dances, he said he will be there. And Raghava Pandit's house, he will visit there. And Sankirtan movement, or Srivas Pandit's house.
Who is Raghava Pandit?
He is also one of the famous or big devotees. Yeah, I can speak about it maybe some other time now. I have very little information. Mataji can speak.
In these pastimes where
In Panya.
from his house,
Oh.
so they were having a big dance and big kirtans for I don't know how many days.
Yeah, I
I
was
think Janava was speaking about it on Kurkuni. So Raghavan Pandit, he was
in Chaitanya Charitamrita, there are so many pastimes and yeah, nice pastimes and definitions. And Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Jagata Maharaj, he has written this book Gauranga, which I was reading a little bit also during these days and today, where there are these different pastimes and that is mentioned. So it's more simple for us to read. And there were some of the things with Raghava Pandit also, but any specific pastime, maybe we can look into to know more about him.
But do you know how much older she was?
He is said to be 50 years older than Mahaprabhu. So when Mahaprabhu was born, that he was 50 years old. He was like his father or more at the earliest, and he took care of him most of the time, like a child. And as I said, Mahaprabhu said in one of the pastimes that he and Nityananda Prabhu will be like his sons going forward. Mhm. Yes. Any more comments? I had this question myself actually when I was going through the Leelas, and I found the answer through one of the Maharaja's class, and I was so happy that it was the same question somebody asked. So maybe I'd like to share that if nobody has any more questions. It's thinking is what Srivas Pandit said about clapping his hands 3 times. And that he was so dependent on Krishna, how he led his life, and we are following his footsteps. Is it practical for us to follow and do something like this? And that we sit that, yeah, of course. So how do we take that as following him as one of the aspects? And it was a very nice explanation by Chachidananda from Maharaj. Chachinandan Maharaj, I said it wrong maybe. Sorry. So he said that we have to use our intelligence, what is given in Bhagavad Gita about our dharma, that we need to perform our karma and actions, and that we should love daily towards Krishna, whatever we are doing. So if our dharma is to go out or like to work, then we do that for Krishna. So it's different people who has different dharma. One thing about him is he did it like 100%, like I said in this verse from Bhagavad Gita. It says exclusive devotion. It says, but those who always worship with me with exclusive devotion, meditating on my transcendental form. Like, are we doing like 100% like Srivas Thakur? Like, we are not in that category exactly to imitate or mimic him, saying, okay, we try to do the same, and that we will be dependent on Krishna and that we get everything from him. But for that, we are not that qualified. And secondly, the devotees like him, who might be preachers, they may not be grihastas, but they might be working more than the working devotees. They may be working 100% towards Krishna consciousness. 24/7, they are ready, like whatever comes to serve. So it's not like if we say that we are dependent on Krishna and we are not doing, we are not lazy, like staying at home. He was doing everything but Krishna consciousness. He was preaching, he was serving, he was doing Sankirtan. It's just that he was doing so much that Krishna helped him in his duties towards his family. So that was my question, and it was very nice explanation. And he also said that Srivas Pandit, we see different pictures of him, different places. Like some places he has little hair, some places he is shaved head with white dress, and Sikha is going out in Sankirtan. So it looks like he is a Grihastha, but he was also, as I said, Narad Muni. He had this maybe like a brahmachari side to him, who was like doing mostly preaching work, mostly Krishna consciousness. He said it is not like a split personality. If we have this dual personality of the householder and a single person, then it's something wrong with us, and the ambulance takes us to hospital if we have split personality. But for the Lord and his associates, it's not called split personality. It's just something very sweet that they can be both the things at the same time. They could be a household devotee at the same time. They could have this very much renounced order of life. So we have to find what is our dharma. Maybe we still have some devotees or like sannyasis today who are dependent on Krishna, or the brahmacharis, maybe they are not householders. So their dharma is different. So he said, when we maintain our dharma, sometimes the dharma maintains us. I think that was very nice. Yeah, I'd just like to finish the class here then. And thank you all for listening. And Srivas Thakur ki jai. Hari Bol.
Very well. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Such a nice lecture, such a nice explanation. So, we have a great devotees appearance day today, and we would like to have the blessings from a great devotee as well, and we would like to serve the great devotee. So now we will have Pushpabhishek for Srivas Pandit, and we need someone to lead the kirtan.
Yeah, absolutely.